All right. So previously we talked about these two concepts of danger or dangerousness or harm or harmfulness. And we made a really important distinction. We distinguish between these concepts by saying that something that's dangerous has a potential. It has a potential to cause harm, like a loaded firearm. It may not be causing harm, but it definitely has the ability to do so. A bottle of bleach. If it's sitting on its own, minding its own business in the laundry room, then it's dangerous, but it's not causing harm. But if something is actually doing damage to something, it doesn't just have the potential to cause harm, it's actualizing that potential. It's actually causing harm. So something that's causing harm is different than something that's dangerous in their different potentials. One of the things we talked about was, well, just like we have to very actively and smartly protect ourselves from dangerous things like bleach and loaded handguns, we also have to protect ourselves from dangerous ideas, because ideas can be dangerous. Okay? They can be dangerous in one way because ideas are what drive our actions. We do the things that we do based on the knowledge that we have. And the knowledge that we have is this collection of things that we believe to be true. In fact, we probably couldn't take an action that we didn't believe was the right thing to do based on what we know. It may be an action that you will come to regret. It may be an action that you feel kind of oogie about and maybe have mixed feelings. It may be an action that on some level you know in other circumstances you believe would be the wrong thing to do. But the reason that you do that action is because at that moment, for whatever reason, you think it's the right thing to do, even if you come to later regret it. So our ideas drive actions. So if we believe false ideas, we could be in trouble in the actions that we take. But maybe more importantly, our ideas define an important part of who we are as individuals. I think for me, my ideas and my beliefs about truth and love and justice and responsibility, these are much more important things about me than my height or my weight. Because it's these ideas that I have that have caused my life to unfold in the way that it's unfolded. In other words, it's the collection of ideas that have caused me to take the actions and make the decisions that I have. And that, combined with the beliefs, seems to define most of what I think is important about me. So falsehoods can be very dangerous, right? Because they can lead me to take bad actions. But maybe even more importantly, if an important part of who we are is the set of beliefs and ideas that we hold to be true, but those ideas and beliefs that we hold to be true are actually false, what does that say about who we are? So we got to cultivate wisdom, right? And that's what we're going to talk about all semester long, and hopefully it's a lifelong project for you. Wisdom is generally regarded as the ability to apply knowledge judiciously. And all I mean by judiciously is it's the ability to take what you know to be true, to take the beliefs that you have, and use it to make good decisions about what to do and how to live. But that's going to require that you have the ability to distinguish between something that's true, something that's false. The ability to distinguish between something you should believe and something you should no longer believe. In other words, ethics and how to live your life is always going to begin with what you know. And the quality of your knowledge is going to be directly correlated to the quality of the decisions you make and probably the quality of the life you live. Now here's the challenge we're faced with. You know you've been wrong about something in the past. You know that there was an idea that you used to believe was true that you no longer believe was true. Or there was an idea that you used to hold that you sort of still hold on to today as true, but it's changed. It's not the exact same idea that you believed in the past. So you change your mind and you figure out when you're wrong about things and you change your mind. But here's the difficulty. When you were wrong in the past, you didn't know you were wrong. And you're probably wrong about something right now, unless you're perfect. There's probably things you believe today that in 5 years or 10 years or 5 minutes, you're going to say, I wonder if I should believe exactly that going forward. The problem is, you don't know what those things are that you're going to be changing your mind about in 5 minutes, 5 months, or 5 years. So how do you know what you believe is worth believing because it's true, and how do you discover the false beliefs that you currently hold? That's a tough question. And that's the question we're going to focus on here for a little bit. In fact, what we'll look at in this thought primer is what our great friend, hero, Socrates says is the answer to this question and the right way to figure out what's true, what's false, what's worth believing, and what's worth discarding.